would just say they are shadier on UK versus the world than they are on US Drag Race, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, because there's like they know of each other.
Yeah.
Versus, like the regular. I will say that the last episode from not UK, but the regular season 14 was the best episode I've ever seen in the entire 14 years of Drag Race.
Oh, see, damn, I want to talk about it. Damn, the best out of
the best. And it's not just me. It is the highest ever episode in the entire history of
Isn't
RuPaul's
that crazy
Drag
that
Race.
they're still getting their ratings are still going up like this?
That's
Did you see the episode? Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't watch? Did you saw the episode?
Yeah. The one where she tripped and fell and had the mustache.
Came up.
Best reveal we've seen in a long ass time.
Yeah.
If not,
I mean,
best one since we saw the first original wig reveal.
Yeah.
I would say that one, and then it was
Sasha Velour over Shea Coulee as well with the roses.
That was cool. I didn't
when she pulled up the wig.
Yeah, because you're like that because Shea was winning. That was Shea's season.
Yeah.
And then she did that, and she lost it because of some rose petals.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
But that was amazing, and just frankly, the challenge.
Yeah,
the challenge. I was gagged that nobody went home.
Yeah,
I was upset. Damn, we should have talked about Drag Race. Damn.
I mean, like honestly, like I was happy that no one went home because I watched it afterwards. I watched it on Saturday. And so Fizz saw it on Friday night. And he was like, "Ooh, girl, just wait to the end." And I was like, "Oh my God." So the whole time I'm sitting here like, who's gonna go home? I was like, "Oh my God, everyone's doing so good."
They did.
I was sitting here, I was like, what the fuck?
It was the Reba lip for me. When I say that took me out, I rewound that shit. I was like, Corey, did you see her motherfucking lip?
Was that Bosco, right? Was that Bosco?
It was Bosco.
That was Bosco. And that's what I'm telling you, like, Bosco is like he's a contender. I don't think he's going to win it, but he's a contender.
You're right.
And it'll be interesting. Again, I think the biggest thing is going to be when we finally get to the Snatch game. That'll tell you out of who's left with them dull ass personalities, who's going to be the actual front runner.
And here's why. The only reason and I guess we'll use this as bonus footage, I guess now or something somehow.
Still recording.
And I guess I'm not recording this. I got the Zoom. But I'm glad because Angeria might have went home this episode. It was her worst episode.
It was.
And that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, I'm glad they didn't send anyone home. But I hate when they don't send anyone home because I'm like,
but we knew it was coming though.
But
because
this is
Cornbread went home.
Exactly.
Cornbread went home beforehand, and they have a contract as far as how many episodes they need to.
But they already saved two bitches. I was like, you saved two bitches. Now it's our third episode of Saving Home.
I think that was just more of the gimmick. I think that was more of the gimmick of the season, and then Cornbread ended up being one of those things like, ooh, shit, now we're episode short. So let's use it when everyone's doing good.
I felt like the storyline that they had been building this entire time with what's her face, the one that was in the top that
Diabetic?
Diabetic. That storyline they had been but if you think about it from a production standpoint and what stories you're trying to tell, I feel like in this instance, it was justified that they didn't send anybody home because quite frankly, everybody that was up on that stage, except for the three people that they sent to the back, like, cause they were the worst.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, the people that they sent to the back got to be feeling like shit because everybody else showed up and crushed it.
Willow's outfit with the two hands and the ponytails, fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Not the meme of her holding Jimbo's and lemon.
and lemon,
right?
And lemon.
I was like, that is fucking hilarious. But no,
so I feel like if they're not gonna send people home, like I feel like it's better to do. I think it was better to do it this way, where they gave a whole bunch of praise to people who showed out. and they didn't send someone home versus they have two people do the lip sync that were the worst, and then they chose not to send anybody home. Like I feel like that was
Lady Camden killed it this episode though. She killed the runway, the lip sync, her because she had the curly wig, whatever too.
And I might have to say she turned me on a little bit.
Me too, especially with like the androgyny looks.
Yes, I was like, okay, Lady Camden. This is not what I usually go for in a man. But
me either.
I can't look past the chin. I zoom up and I see the chin, and I just
there was something about the confidence that she had, like, because it was like when she fell and she kind of like laid there, I was like, oh shit, did she hurt herself? And then when she got that and it was a gag, and I was like,
she flipped that hair. She said, I was like, bitch. And then she had a mustache reveal.
Right.
I mean, I was like,
she had a mustache reveal for the mustache reveal. I was like, go ahead.
That was hella dope.
Oh, you can get all this dick. Come on.
Yeah, all of it. That's going to be a top 5 moment that we're going to remember for her. Be like, remember in season 14 when Lady Camden fell and revealed.
That whole episode was just fire.
It was like about really time.
Yeah.
Because they showed since cornbread, since all them carbs left, it was struggling.
It was rough.
No, I got this straight male coworker who loves Drag Race, and we talk about Drag Race all the time. Like he's been watching since season 1, and he has favorite drag queens and everything. And like when I was texting and like video chatting with Monique, and I was like, hey Monique, hey Mo, say hey to my friend, and he was like,
I've been shut up.
Like, I was like,
I love that.
Come on now, like,
I love that.
Yeah, that's dope to hear, and just to see the ratings go up like this still, fire. It's fire.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
That episode was like, it was so redeeming because I'm just like, I'm treating like RuPaul's Drag Race like I'm treating Wordle. I'm just like, am I doing this?
Right.
Am I doing this because it's sparking joy for me?
Right.
Or am I doing this because I have committed to watching this shit and I just don't want to like stop?
I'm not playing with you. Am I doing it?
That's the great analogy. I agree.
Because I'm literally the whole Wordle thing. I'm just like every day. I'm like, okay, I guess I better do this so that I don't miss a day. And
right. Who's going home? Who's going home next? Carrie isn't showing up for me right now, even though she's fucking gorgeous. Like the chaps, gorgeous. But
I don't.
Gotta be more than just gorgeous.
Personality-wise, I don't think she's bringing a lot to the table. No. So I feel like she's probably gonna be.
I feel Deja's gonna go to.
And for me, it's Deja, Daya. I would say Carrie as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then follow like Georges, then Kennedy, then then from
I could do without Kennedy. Her I didn't like that outfit. They were hyping that outfit up. That outfit was ugly.
I didn't like it either. But you know what though? Like the bitch could lip sync. The bitch can lip sync.
She ate it up.
And I think that's gonna be one of those things that's her saving grace. We will probably see her in the bottom again, but she's not gonna go home because she can out lip sync those other bitches. Really.
And they already calling her the mini Alyssa Edwards. So
she looked like her.
She really does.
It's weird.
It's bizarre. It's really bizarre.
Like I feel like they need to do a TV show together. Like
that would be cute.
I don't know what to call it.
Secret.
Right, Alyssa's kid or something. I don't know. But like it is like it's some of the mannerisms. She's maybe not as like Alyssa is kind of just even more sassy with it.
She's very Texas. Alyssa.
Yes.
And
very
Kennedy
Texas.
is not.
Yes.
Kennedy is not. That is,
and I love in the Aunteas how she kind of came out as trans, and like now, like if you look at her Instagram, like she's on hormones and everything like that, and she's a trans woman now.
Like everything about that episode was amazing.
Yeah.
Like having that whole moment, like everything about that episode was just absolutely gold. If they don't get it, if they don't get it,
let me think though.
If they don't get like Emmy nominations for that one episode alone, like the story of Kennedy coming out, and like struggling to even say the words out loud. Goosebumps again, like, oh,
yeah, to be that vulnerable on TV,
and that's not scripted. That's just like,
and I like when Rue directs. Rue, like, people get on their A games when Rue is in the room still to this day. Like, they respect Rue, they respect the entity that it is of this show. They kind of slip up a little bit when it's Michelle and Carson and Ross and things like that. They're not as like grounded in wanting to perform. When Rue's in there, they're like, "Oh shit, that she gonna see all my mess ups and everything." And they either pulls out the best in you, or you fuck up. And that's why I was like, "Oh no, Angie done fucked up in front of Rue."
Yeah,
because they were holding her up there.
Rue will just be like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a wrap."
Exactly. And you can tell it. You can tell it in UK as well when she's just like not feeling you. It's a wrap. Like she's she's trying to pull you in, and you're not giving her the answer. She's like, "Okay, you done. Nope. That's a wrap. Yeah. I'm good."
You're not getting it. It's not your time.
It's not your time.
It is not your time.
So yeah, but yeah, no, it was a good episode. So and I think the next one's gonna be good too because it's the music one where they. So I think that always kind of is that, and Snatch Game are the two where you really
get to see
how good they are and how versatile they are as a queen. So
there was a meme that has been going around, and I shared it on my Twitter to see if I could strike up another Twitter beef. There was a meme going around about UK 14 with UK versus the world with Juju B, and they showed a picture of her. In like the last one that she was in her last finale outfit, and then the last outfit from
with
last
the gold.
week.
With the last week. Oh my bad.
With the like little like
snakes,
blow up snakes or whatever.
Yeah.
And they said when you're competing for $100,000 versus competing to sing a track on RuPaul.
That's a real ass statement.
I'm like, I mean, and you wonder why she ain't.
And you get a gold brooch. Like, I want this damn brooch.
Not that one cute boy being like, "You look like you in the shadow end of a kiddie pool." I said, "You ain't shit." The shadow end of a kiddie pool.
And they were still shading her at the beginning of the episode that dropped today. Like they said some shit about that outfit. Bag of Chips said something about that.
Well deserved. Because if she was really in the game, like Michelle called her out, she would have went to that fabric wall and she would have been making a whole bunch of new shit. Like I wouldn't even go back to like whatever I brought. I would have been like bringing a whole bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, this is more for TV because like you're not getting a lot of shit out of it. So it ain't like she gonna get more bookings as a result of being on this show.
I ain't about to spend like $50K for no new dresses.
Right.
I get a brooch.
Right. And she murdered the reading challenge, like murdered it. Like
she was good.
Her comedy game is top notch. Yeah, like there's very few queens that could think on their feet faster than Juju.
Yeah,
it's like maybe Juju. I'm trying to think who's quicker on the feet in the moment than Juju. Maybe Bianca Del Rio. She was always quick. She's
pretty quick. Alyssa is just
and Bob the drag queen.
Absolutely, like 100%.
Other than that,
yeah.
There's no one's going to be quicker than them. Out of all the seasons.
Yeah, I don't know them like that, so I can't talk to that.
It's very few.
I'm literally going through the catalog, and like I think you're absolutely right. I think a lot of people bring a lot of things to the table, but in terms of quick-wittedness, who don't need any preparation and can just show up no matter what the challenge is and do the damn thing. Yeah,
very few, and that's why they wanted Juju on UK. Like they knew at least for this inaugural season, we're gonna at least need one queen we know we can bank on to give us some one-liners, some quick moments, because there's no one quick-witter. Bob might be a little more quick. It just depends on the moment. His humor is just different than Juju's.
It's different. I feel like a lot of them are on the same kind of level. Like I feel like Bianca needs something to rip off of.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like Bob and
Juju.
Juju, thank you. For some reason, Shangela was popping up like, no, not Shangela. but Bob and Juju, they're the ones that they don't need anything.
They can just create.
They're just naturally really good at stealing the shine.
Exactly. So even though Juju is very quick-witted, we'll see if her quick-wittedness will keep her in UK versus the world or whatever that name of that show, that long-ass title. We haven't talked about it a lot this season yet, so like we were waiting for everyone to catch up. So we're all
everyone they mean me. By everyone they mean me. Let's be transparent.
Exactly.
Because they've been asking me every week, "Have you watched it yet? Had you watched it yet?" And Auntie Dewan finally she shared me her credentials.
Yeah.
And don't say finally, bitch,
because it was in the chat.
Because I shared it twice.
It was in the chat.
I got the receipts.
Because that's the only way I watched it. So there was no way I could watch it without the credentials.
And I know you watched it because when I went in to watch last week's episode or this week's episode, I saw that it was already watched. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's Terrell.
Yep. So
and it's funny because when I went to go watch it, I saw that it was at a certain point. I was like, I think the one watching it right now. I just moved it back. Like, I hope we don't restart her.
No, right. But it's funny. This is the fourth time that Juju B's been on a season.
Yeah,
and rightfully so. Juju's just good.
Yeah,
but
she's good TV.
She's good TV, but
good
her
TV.
Gowns are not good TV, especially this season.
I didn't understand. I did not understand.
Dewan's tour to beef.
I sure did not until I started watching this because I don't know Juju before any of this. It is really is fucking pedestrian drag, bitch. Yes. Like the fact that she had the inflatable snakes on this outfit. I said,
and then even the gold outfit in this last one. I'm like, girl, did you pick that up at like Party City?
No.
Like,
look, every outfit. It
really is.
And them like stands were trying to argue me the F down on this. And I'm just like, I know what it is. Like, I get what it is. Like, every once in a while, she'll come out with like a very drag race kind of look, something that's very show ready or whatever. But that's every once in a while. But 9 times out of 10, girls,
it's very basic ass drag.
She walking down the street.
I felt like Michelle Visage when I was like, I didn't understand it. And then once she did this, I was like, oh,
right.
I literally I was like, bitch, what in the uncombed?
I don't know.
But she didn't even do like a makeup that was like cat-like. She didn't even do a cat.
She had like a one little downward moment where I was like, it just looked like it was a mistake.
But she ran out of time.
Period.
That part. Like I just.
So community, like I know, like we haven't talked about it this particular
spoiler
series.
Alert.
So spoiler alert
now.
Look, let's retract that because there wasn't nothing to spoil.
You're right. I mean, the first few episodes were boring.
No. But by the time this comes out, the next episode would have not come out. So there will be a little bit of a spoiler because we talking about what just happened.
That is true. Last Tuesdays.
That's true.
That is true.
So this is going to be
so spoiler. So if you ain't seen last Tuesday's episode, which is all if you haven't watched UK versus the world, start with episode 4? Because the first 3 episodes.
I would start with episode.
I would say 2.
I would start with. Well, I was gonna say 3.
Oh yeah, 3 with you're right. Because with Jimbo,
just a little bit of something.
You're right.
Right.
Because you gotta get the history of Jimbo and that whole. So y'all.
That's why I say 2. That's why I say 2 because you got to see Jimbo up here,
and then see the downfall.
Yes,
I can see that.
Like you need because if you don't understand how well Jimbo was doing, then when she goes home in episode 3, it ain't gonna make sense. You can bring
that is true. You're right on that.
And I think, and I can't remember the exact count, but there's like 7 or 9 queens. Something
there was like
that.
9 queens at first.
So and with these like all stars, these are people that know the game, right? So they know how this is supposed to be played. So it's not like you get the traditional season where you have somebody who has like starts from the bottom and they claw their way up. Like every week, somebody who's the person is on the top, the next week they're on the bottom. The person is on the bottom, the next week they're on top. So, and that's just how it is because there's so few of them, you know, and not every.
Which I kind of like. I kind of like having fewer and not like 9,000 queens like on the regular series. Yeah, like it's like let's just get into it. But it has the first episode wasn't that entertaining at all. Second one, I guess, to see Jimbo, the rise of Jimbo, and then the third one, the fall of Jimbo, because he kind of got a little conceited. He was trying to play the game, but he wasn't really. He was just. I feel like Jimbo just likes to create just madness, just because it's part of his character and the whole drag being. That
I think
it was hard to see.
I think he really missed the assignment because like. Throughout the competition, they have been saying like, hey, I'm curious how we're going to play the game or whatever. And nobody at any point was talking about alliances. And then as soon as he became, in the top, he's like, so.
He tried to form an alliance with everybody.
Right. And then had the nerve to break an alliance that he formed.
Yeah. It kind of came and bit him in the butt. So it bit him in the titties.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But him and Pangina were the two, and Mo. I like Mo's elevation this season as well. Were the three that really, at least from jump, to me came ready to play. Juju didn't come ready to play. Let me think. Blue is all right. Bagga is just Bagga. She's just Bagga. Lemon didn't come ready to play. Oh, you don't like Bagga?
I don't like Bagga. I think
Bagga has like a. She's got.
Right. It's me, Bagga.
Like, come on.
It's too goofy for me.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
But she's definitely like really entertaining. She's definitely always on. And she delivers. Like I didn't say right. I said on. Like the lights are on. She was always. You never heard of that expression before?
I just don't see her always on.
Yeah.
She's bothered.
Right. Lemon was not there. Who am I missing?
Let's see.
Is that everybody?
No. What's the other girl from Holland?
That's Blue.
No, that's Blue. But what's the other one?
No, Jenny
Craig.
Yes, Jenny JK. Yeah.
Jenny Janae.
Oh, see, I can't even remember her, so she must not be doing good either.
She was the one in the Snatch.
Oh, is it Jackie Janae?
Maybe that's
the one that did James Charles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, the one that should have gone home. Yeah, the one that should have.
She was in the bottom of the first episode. She was in the bottom, rightfully so. She was in the bottom for the first episode.
I mean, she's cute.
I liked her. If she threw down in her in the Netherlands Dutch version of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like she made it all the way to the number 2. Like she was, which is phenomenal.
But not on this season.
No, this season.
It's a different kind of competition.
Okay, so let's talk about this because that's something that I'm very interested here because you always mention, especially since we've been doing US Drag Race, Snatch Game, because that's what this last episode was, the Snatch Game. How do you feel about the Snatch Game?
It was mediocre. There's been some epic Snatch games out there. Bagga killed it. It's just so weird. Juju was fine. And then Blue was cool with the Austin and Mo did what needed to be done to be safe.
I got a whole lot of thoughts. I'm sorry. Thought number 1 is they changed the format. So the format is very different. So usually there would be like a lot more banter between the host and the contestants and the guests, not the Michelle and Katie Price or whoever she was. They would be like off to the side, and then they would be bantering. Everybody would be bantering with one another. So the format was almost kind of like Family Feud style, which is a little bit of it was a throw off, I think, because it didn't give you as much, because you had 3 queens on both sides that they weren't really playing off of each other. Like they were playing off of their own groups, but not off of each other. And that's really where in my opinion, where the magic happens. And for most of the Snatch games, there's usually only 2 or 3 that really show up and show out in the Snatch game in like the regular format. So for me, this was like on par.
Okay.
I think Pangina's, not her impersonation of Mariah, but
her look. Yeah. And her mannerism, she was on point.
Yeah, on it. Like,
but think about Snatch Game. But Snatch Game, you got to be so vocal, so quick-witted with your words that like you don't see the mannerisms. So even like the 5 seconds we saw the mannerisms, I was like, oh, she's slaying. Mm-hmm. But then you just, I don't know her.
When she opened her mouth, that was like...
Exactly. Okay. All she kept saying is like, I don't know her. Well, okay, we don't know you either, girl.
Yeah. And quite frankly, like, unless you... I don't even want to say like you're like a stan of Mariah, but like unless you like watch her interviews or watch her on like America's Got Talent, that whole season where you got to just soak how she throws the shade out there against Nicki Minaj and talks about,
that was a good ass season, by the way.
As a singer that has enough, 5 #1 singles in the top 100 and who had wrote them for themselves. And like,
right.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what she should have done. She should have like kept on because Mariah's a boaster in like in her shady way, and so like you should have just been like everything. And she had Cher next to her. She could have like been like, Cher, do you have da 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 da?
Exactly.
So it was a missed opportunity for sure.
It would have been really funny is if she would have had a kazoo, and so instead of like singing.
Right.
Because that would have just been funny because she can't hit. I mean, I'm assuming she can't hit those notes. But
I wasn't sure who I wasn't sure.
You remember that? I was like,
no, bitch. Don't try me. Don't try me, ho.
I was like,
you already got me with the Wendy. But you ain't gonna come after my other girl.
Terrell and I both mouse for a day. We're like, oh damn. The wild went for it?
No. I'm a Lamely. But I'm just saying, for Snatch Game, if you're going to play that kind of character, one of the things that she's known for are those whistle tones. So it would have been cool, even if she brought out just a literal whistle or a big ass whistle, like just for the comedic effect. I think that would have been really cool if you don't know enough about Mariah Carey and how she speaks.
Because Snatch Game is literally make RuPaul laugh. It doesn't have to be the best character of nothing. It doesn't have to make sense. But if RuPaul is laughing, that's all that matters. And then it's going to get Michelle to laugh, and it's going to get other people to laugh. That's all that fucking matters. And if people don't realize that after like 9,000 seasons, I'm like, come on.
And Ru loves she loves that like the old school stuff. Exactly. So like any Betty Davis references, any Mommy Dearest references, Cher, Liza, Judy, like all of the stuff that old drag queens used to like, like that. You touch on any of those little buttons, you in there. Golden. You are golden.
So
it was interesting. It was the first time that I've gotten to like really see Snatch Game, and I knew all the characters of everyone that was impersonating, and I felt that Bag of Chips did okay. I just felt like she was being way quirkier than the actual character of Kathy Bates, which annoyed me. I was like, because now you're just being you, like, looking at Kathy, and
that's why I say you just gotta make Ru laugh. It don't even matter if it makes sense.
And that's what it was. It was about making Ru laugh, and that's what she was intentionally doing. And I like Blue. I think Blue did a good job with the Austin Powers thing, and
I'm glad she switched it up too, because like it was starting to get a little old, and then she switched it up and started killing it even more with the Dr. Evil.
Oh, his affectation and how he was pronouncing things. I was just like, okay, Blue.
Yeah.
Nailing this.
You did it.
Yeah.
But then what she did at the end of the episode,
honey. So here's the thing.
So
like
we're gonna talk about.
We gotta talk about it because
all right.
Because
roll up your sleeves.
That's why we mentioned the Jimbo thing, because Jimbo kind of changed the course of the show a little bit. Jimbo got rid of who Jimbo got rid of?
His country mate.
Well, he got rid of
that was Pangina. Pangina got rid of
Lemon.
That's right.
Yeah. Jimbo got rid of
somebody that don't matter.
The show don't, because we can't think of her name.
It was who was
no wait, Pangina got rid of Jimbo and Lemon. Yeah. Jimbo got rid of who was it?
No, Jimbo got rid of
I don't know, whoever.
No, it wasn't Jimbo. It was actually Jackie Janae got rid of someone else because she won because Jimbo was top
got rid
2.
Of Lemon.
No. Pangina got rid of Lemon because she went home first. And then Jackie Janae won the second week because she and Jimbo were the top 2 and she out lip synced Jimbo. And then Pangina won the following week when it was those 2 and then got rid of Jimbo.
Okay. So it was Pangina that kind of changed it a little bit too.
Yeah, Pangina got rid of 2 people. She got rid of both people from Canada. And I forgot who Jackie Janae got rid of because she was in the bottom, and then the very next week she was the top, and she was the top with Jimbo. That's why it was crazy when Jimbo went home the third week because Jimbo was literally top 2 the first episode, top 2 the second episode, and then went home the third episode.
And then, so in this episode, so after we saw Jimbo go home, which was a shocker because Jimbo was in the top. He was the top of the season.
Yeah.
Then, damn, Blue Hydrangea came along and said, I'm a Naomi Smalls this season. And said, bye, Pangina.
Well, Pangina Naomi Small that situation because it was Jimbo and
Jujubee.
Jujubee, in my opinion, should have went home at that
point. Absolutely. Jujubee's only there because of her name at this point.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's not of her drag this season, nothing.
She gives good TV. Let's put it that way. So
that's it.
That. But yeah, so she should have went home last week. She should have went home 2 weeks ago.
She should have went home the whole season.
Well,
the first episode, second episode, and the third episode.
You know, some people come to play, and some people come to sit down.
And she's sitting down this episode, right. But
where that sofa at?
But I don't think I haven't had a big mouth agape moment like that since Naomi, and this to me is even bigger than Naomi sending Manila home. I've never seen both Drew and Michelle gasp at the same time. Usually one would gasp, another would gasp, not at the same time like that. And then looking at the whole cast, and the whole cast is like, shit.
Everyone looked to the left.
Mo didn't even look. She grabbed that the person that's her arm. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
All the guest judges all were agape. Because everybody knew it was Pangina's to win.
It honestly, it really was.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
And then she went to the ugly cry.
She took that hard. She took that really hard. And I don't know, I get it. You know, some people are very motivated by competitions. You know, it gets them all jazz and juicy and whatnot. And I'm just sitting here thinking okay, she's the host of RuPaul Drag Race Thailand for what, 2 seasons or 3 seasons?
Cheryl Hole.
Cheryl
Hole. That's right.
Yeah, Cheryl Hole. She had to go too. She wasn't there to play.
So she hasn't competed on the show. She's judged the show. So she has in my opinion, a little bit of a higher standard because, you know, you're the one that's telling what the other queens are doing wrong. So you should be coming correct.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At this stage in the game, I'm glad that something like this happened because otherwise the whole season's been kind of, it was stale. It was really stale. And you know what? I'm glad. I feel a little bit bad for Blue Hydrangea in the sense that, you know,
she going next.
Probably. But I feel glad for her because now everybody knows her name. Everybody knows her name, you know, and whether you love her or hate her, whether you thought it was the right decision or the wrong decision, at the end of the day, it is a competition.
It's a competition.
And
get rid of
the goal is for you to get, the goal is for you as an individual to get to the top, not you to bring everybody else up there with you, you know? So
I just hate the idea of just being like, it doesn't matter who wins now. Like yes, it's a win, but you have, unfortunately, an invisible asterisk that everyone else who knows can see that you didn't win because you're the best. You won because
you got rid of the best.
You got rid of the best. You know, like.
And it's forever going to be connected because everyone, Naomi and Manila are forever connected.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? There's another side of that, though. There's another side to that coin, because if you think about, let's put it in tennis terms, there have been times where, like, you know, Serena got, you know, beat in the first round, or
and they talk about them all the time.
Fell, and she fell or whatever, or something happened where she's not able to compete, and then someone else who probably would not have, you know, got to the finale and won, you know, if, you know, things had worked out differently. Mm-hmm. But they ended up doing it, and they ended up winning. So
not that often.
In a sense,
but it happened.
But it happened.
Bianca Andreescu, it's happened in the final. The only time that happens is in the final, and that's because she loses. It doesn't happen in the quarterfinals, the round of 16.
Except Justine Anna. That was the only one that did.
But that's the only one. But
Venus, maybe.
That only happens in the final after she lost.
Let's put it this way, and maybe it was a bad example to use Serena because I'm not pulling it the exact one, but it happens. This scenario is not uncommon where you have a front runner that has made it to, you know, the first few rounds of a competition, and something happens that they have to pull out, and now everybody else,
but she didn't pull out though. That's the thing that's crazy about it. Like,
girl, you're correct.
Because
you're correct
because this is the reality. No, because this is the reality of the fact. Like, neither Jimbo or Pangina pulled out. They were selected out. That means that was left on someone else's like call for them to no longer be there. Because if it was on paper based off of how everyone performed, which is really how sports and competitions truly work, you know, like they will still be there. You know, like
I think that's why Pangina took it so hard, because she knew she wasn't the worst that week.
She wasn't, you know? And neither was Jimbo. That's why, like, it was also a check for Jimbo, like, because neither of those two were the worst. Like, literally, you got rid of two.
But Pangina did it to herself. Pangina did. She got rid of her competition, even though she said she didn't. She knew Jimbo was right there with her.
She opened the door. She opened the door,
and then she had to fall on out of it.
And let's be clear. These are the rules of the game. So you know, coming in, like they knew since episode 1 how the game is set up. So even if they have some kind of agreement, you know, like some kind of undercover agreement that we're not going to like play, you know, like play dirty or get the best one out early or whatever. The reality of it is the rules are set up that the top 2 of the week compete to kick somebody out.
But you know, but here was the other shock that I wasn't ready for, though, was for everyone else to be in the bottom. That was the other thing that I was not ready for. It seemed very early. And I think that's another thing that opened the window, because if it wasn't everyone in the bottom, Pangina would still be there.
It would have been a different story.
And I think that's the biggest difference between Pangina's decision and Blue's decision. It was like, because of the fact that Pangina just went through the 2, whereas Blue had her pick of every fucking body.
She said, "I'm going."
And it wasn't about the bottom
and Juju
because they were, exactly. Like it wasn't that she literally picked of the bottom.
But it shows that they know Juju B isn't at their strongest right now, which is scary though, because now Juju is still there. This is where it gets dangerous now. Juju is still there.
I'm with DeJuan. But let Juju.
But no, hold on. But DeJuan, we said it earlier. Let Juju come with 1 or 2 good gowns. That's all she does every time. It gets her into the finale again.
Yep, it does. And let's not forget, this is a show that is not a true competition in the competition sense, like sport.
Absolutely.
This is television where there are producers, and the very fact that the producers, and maybe with Rue's blessing or whatever, said, okay, this week what we're going to do is switch things up. Is we're going to make everybody who's not in top eligible for elimination, right? Mm-hmm. And then one of the producers probably went over to Blue. I was going to say Blue Vagina.
I mean, might as well. That's a dope ass drag name,
right?
Blue Gina.
But I would not be surprised, because just based off of the personality of Blue Hydrangea, got it right that time.
There we go.
Just because of her personality, I don't think that she's like ruthless like that. So, and for somebody who was in the top, and this was her first time being in a top and getting the repeater badge, like, she's the type of person that would be much more sincere and gracious and would play fair. I would bet my bottom dollar that a producer came and said, hey, we think it would be great for television if you did this person instead.
Twitter talking about it. And I mean, who said in the text today this had was she probably can't even sing.
I said that. I did. That was me.
Because the winner gets a song with Rue. It's like, okay.
Like,
well,
I wonder.
Gina's gonna show up on the remix like Mariah.
I wonder why. I would love to know why they decided to do this in the UK specifically. In part because when their UK partners at BBC, and when you have a competition show in the UK, I don't want to get that wrong. At least their competition show is not allowed to give cash prizes.
Oh,
so
really?
that's why they have the repeater badge. That's why they have like these non-traditional.
If
like,
they would have called me
prizes.
To be on the show, be like, "Oh, I get a song with Rue."
But see, I'm booked and busy.
Sorry.
See, this is why I can kind of sympathize a little bit with Jujubee. And they're like, well, why are you showing up? I'm like, well, what kind of prize is this? Like, what am I competing for? Like, I'm competing for a song with Rue. I did 15 songs with Rue for all these seasons that I've been on already. So this ain't new.
Period. So, well, community, we'll see how the rest of that season goes. We'll see how the rest of season 14 goes. Because
I don't even know who's gonna win at this point.
Right.
So let me ask you this, Drell, because like you're like soaking this in for basically the very first time. Both
Absolutely.
the All-Stars
and I haven't said that in so long.
Well, apparently you can count how many on two hands. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
the memory should be clear.
I need a few toes too.
Right.
Wait, is Fizz still over there? He might not. He should be listening to part of the conversation.
I don't know about them toes.
But now that you've had an opportunity to kind of soak in, I know you don't have like all the history and whatnot, but like as you think about like the regular season and then you think about like the All-Stars, like is it worth the hype? Is it worth the attention?
Wait, like the shows in general, like
the shows, the shows, because you weren't a watcher, so and you're just taking it in for the first time.
I feel still torn because I do love the art of drag. I genuinely love the art of drag. I just don't like the produced force side of what the shows try to put on people to try to grab attention and keep people coming back, because I feel like it takes away from the art. So that is where I have my still kind of issues with it. But I do like the fact of being in the know and being able to have conversations with my good Judy's like y'all, and not have to worry about picking up my phone.
Oh, and your coworker, right? Don't you got a coworker that that's in the RuPaul Drag Race?
Yeah. Actually, I just talked to him today, and he's gonna watch UK Drag Race now too, or like UK versus the world. But like it's nice to be able to have these conversations with people. And be in the know, but I think you
feel like you're part of the movement,
right
there. But I'm like in the back, like I
see in the nosebleeds
for like $5. Yeah, girl, she like, you may think I'm an usher.
She in the bathroom for the best song.
She got the apartment next to the stadium, just over
right. Sitting over here like, look,
she getting popcorn during the encore.
Oh yeah, that
I'm already in the parking lot, got the car warmed up. Okay, like let me tell you
exactly.
But
and what?
So I mean, I do genuinely like drag, and I do love the representation that it brings, and I love that how there are so many more people being able to see parts of the queer community. I love, I guess, the movement. I'm just not thrilled with how it's spoon fed. I just still hate that. But that's just me with any reality TV show. Just so we are clear, that's one reason why I don't like reality TV shows. That's why I don't like a lot of daytime shows. I just don't like people trying to, I'm gonna cause drama so you can be invested in. Bitch, just be yourself. And I want it to be authentic. Because otherwise it's fake. Because in my mind, I'm gonna be like, oh, so that she really is a bitch, and I'm gonna see her outside. And like, oh, actually, I got a bad edit, and I'm ready to come for right. Exactly. It confuses me, you know.
She's
so
like, I just got these. She's like, I just got these knuckles healed. Got to bust up all over again.
Gold bond.
I just don't know, you know. So
Well, community, keep up with this. We're gonna watch the rest of season 14. We're gonna watch the rest of UK Drag Race. Hopefully this is the start. Like, obviously we talked a little earlier about how 14, this is finally starting to feel like the season's here. Maybe the season's finally here for UK versus World as well. So